Hey guys, this is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of one of my new little decks that I just brought back from my vacation to the Bay Area. What? This is the miniature edition of the Rider-Waite deck. So, oh my gosh, so cute. Oh, by the way, I brought out like certain things for scale, so you know how small this is. But I saw this when I was in Half Moon Bay and I was walking around the little mini town that they have there. And in their bookshop, they had some tarot decks and stuff. And I saw this mini one and I was like, this would be perfect to just kind of throw in my purse. You know, I know it's just a little tuck box and it's probably going to get beat up, but that's okay as long as the cards themselves are protected, which is what this little box is for. But yeah, this is the Rider Tarot Deck Miniature Edition. And by the way, it does have a legit little white book, mini white book. So, okay. Of course I was paying a little bit more because I was in town. I know I could get this probably cheaper on Amazon, but you know, I was on vacation. You want to buy a little something, support little local shops. So I got this for like, I think it was like $15 or something like that. But it has the little, you know, extra cards in here. Pamela Coleman Smith, our girl, you know. And yeah, so US Games. And the little white book. Look how little this is. By the way, I don't have giant hands. I'm only like 5'8", so yeah, you get your traditional little white book. It's a mini, a cutie, and an awesome. And yeah, gives you all the little meanings of the cards. Helpful if you're just starting out. A little mini place for notes. It's just so adorbs. You guys know, if you've watched my channel at any length, that I like really little decks and really large decks. I like ridiculously sized decks. Okay, so there's the box there, and here are our cards. Actually, I pulled one of the cards out beforehand. So it has that cool plaid backing, which I have on my giant Rider-Waite Smith deck. And so I'll show you guys once I go through all these cards the how I shuffle them, because you know I have to be a little bit more careful because they are so tiny, otherwise they end up flying all over the place. I don't know if you'll be able to riffle shuffle them because they're so small, but hey, you know, some of you guys are pros at that. I'm not a riffle shuffler, I'm a side shuffler. So but anyway, the colors are pretty intense, which I kind of like colors that pop. But let's do a little size comparison. So let's move these over here, and I'm gonna bring out, this is your traditional tarot size deck. So this is actually my 1961 Rider-Waite Smith deck, so that my uncle gifted me. So you can see how small it is compared to a traditional sized deck. So definitely much smaller. And if we wanted to go a little further with the size comparison, boom, I have a quarter for you guys. So here's a quarter for scale. Remember they had those commercials, like the dime for scale, the quarter for scale. So you can see how small this thing is in comparison to a quarter. So it's pretty small. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these cute little cards. I'm just going to keep the quarter for scale because I think it's kind of awesome. So, like I said, you know, the colors are nice and bright. They pop. You know, we have the little signature here, and then we have the US Games along the side. I know that some people with their Rider-Waite Smith decks or the Rider-Waite decks, they like, you know, more muted colors. Some people like the crazy psychedelic colors. Some people like, you know, the obnoxiously yellows and things like that. So this is just, I think it's pretty good coloring wise. Like, you know, everything's kind of like within the lines and everything. They pop. I could see the images really well. But, you know, I don't have trouble with my eyesight or anything. I have like hawk vision. I have like 2015. So, but yeah, you know, if you are familiar with the Rider-Waite Smith, I don't think you have to look too deeply in it. You know, you'll just recognize these cards right off the bat. And if you are just starting out in this system, because remember there's other tarot systems that are out there, it's not just the RWS, that, you know, you could use this one too. Some people might need, if you have poor eyesight, you might need a magnifying glass, maybe if you wanted to see some of the more, like the details and some of the symbols that are in there. But for me, it's fine. So yeah, I already used this, like I said, when I was on my trip. I spent 6 days in the Bay Area. I've only been there once before, and I only spent like a day there, but this time it was 6 days. I had some great tour guides, aka my boyfriend and his family. I got to see, you know, the Golden Gate. I got to go across the Bay Bridge to go to Oakland, see my brother, you know, meet up for some chicken and waffles. Got to check out some metaphysical shops. I got to go to, like, kind of ride my bike around Stanford. I got to, gosh, we went all over the place. We went to Haight and Ashbury. Of course, got some, like, super cute, like, retro shoes at the secondhand store. I think I ended up bringing back 3 new decks from my trip because I went to, was it the Sword and the Rose, or Rose and the Sword and Rose, something like that, a little witchy shop, and I got the Cali Oracle. Like I said, I got this deck when I was at Half Moon Bay, and then when I was in downtown, like little town in Palo Alto, I got the Black and Gold tarot. So yeah, you know, on vacay, you gotta, if there's metaphysical shops in the area, you know, you gotta pick up some decks, you know. So I had a little bit of spending cash to pick up some funsy things while on vacay. And as you can see, just handling the cards, like, they're so tiny, like I'm trying not to let my fingers like cover anything. But I did some readings for, you know, the family, readings for myself. I really liked being able to have it in my bag because it is so small. And since I was, you know, traveling around, I had to have a lot of things in my bag, like my water bottle, wallet, you know, stuff like that. So this didn't take up too much room. So it was nice just to kind of throw it in a side pocket. I will say on some of the cards, the colors really do pop, and in other cards like this, it's very muted, which is interesting. Like, I think some of the yellows really pop, yellows and blues, but for the most part, everything else is a little bit more muted. I think it's all personal preference, really. This has been really fun to read with. Like, this is very muted in a lot of my decks. This is more of a bright yellow, kind of like this. So I don't know, I think between the cards, it kind of goes back and forth between bright and muted, bright and muted. Like, for me, if I were going to change anything, I'd make it obnoxiously colored. But that's just me, you know, I'm Little Miss Rainbow Bride over here. The devil, el diablo, the amores. Last one. All right, let's do a little reading with this deck. So you see I do a little very careful side shuffle, really trying to catch it with my thumbs. Otherwise these cards would go all over the place because they are so tiny, like literally in the palm of my hand. So if you do have smaller hands, perhaps this would be up your alley. If you have larger hands, just take your time shuffling. Let's go ahead and pull some cards, you know, so not only do you get to see this super adorbs teeny little RWS deck, but you get a little message at the end. So hopefully this connects with you. If not, then I hope you just enjoyed your stay here in this video. Okay, let's see, what do we got going on here? It's so cute, oh my gosh. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands, we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Page of Wands. Okay, so right off the bat, what I'm getting here is there's many of us that are in this kind of starting all over, or going into something that's a little bit more unfamiliar territory, but it's definitely something that you really want to do. You know, with this Three of Wands here, I see that, you know, you are asking for the help that's needed for this new venture. Not like you being young all over again, but more like you're starting a new job or you're starting out on a new project. And so you haven't really built the routine and all of that stuff yet. So but you are definitely asking for help. But I feel like what's blocking further progress or things moving as swiftly as you want them to is too much of this being in the head, too much of the ego, too much of the fears, too much of the but what if, and I don't see how this is going to work, you know, I need to know like exactly bit by bit, piece by piece, like the exact future before I make this decision and this decision. And so what this reading is here is just, you know, you're in good hands. Continue asking people for help, continuing just to follow what you genuinely want to do, you know, what your heart is asking you to do, and letting go of the what ifs, and I don't see how this is going to work, and how is this going to work when this person does this thing. Just keep following your gut. Keep getting the help that you need, and things are going to work out for your best and highest good. But that can't happen if you continually stop yourself here at ego level. So tell the ego to take a little bit of a chill pill so that you can move forward and have fun in this new venture. So anyway, that's the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck review of the Rider Tarot Deck Miniature Edition. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you have this little teeny mini deck. Let me know if you're like me, where you like ridiculously sized decks. But anyway, if you dug this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. I have a lot of different readings over there. I have Tarot Lenormand, I have Conchomancy, I have Crystal Scrying, I have all kinds of stuff, you guys, so definitely check it out. I have some witchy things that I make, my salves, my room and body sprays, and don't forget to check out, speaking of witchy things, my witchy shop, Desert Cauldron, where I'm co-owner with James over at Light of Riga. We have a lot of handmade tools like this. This is a ceremonial knife that's been handmade by local artisans for your witchy practice, whatever it may be. We have crystals over there, just like this beautiful purple fluorite. We have a lot of other tools that you could utilize in your sacred practice. So definitely check us out, Desert Cauldron, all one word, on Etsy, or check us out on the grams at desert.cauldron. But anyway, everything else is listed down below if you want to check out my other offerings. I have Patreon, so I have a lot of cool stuff that I do with my Patreon homies over there. I have a newsletter that you can sign up for on my website, kittenswaitsandtarot.com. It's a little witchy newsletter. It's free, and I only hit you up once a month on the first of every month. Let's see. Oh, I also have my Leon Mystery School. I'm the head mistress, but I also teach Mayan astrology if you're interested, and lots of other goodies. So definitely check it out. All right, so that's it for me, spiritual homies. I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.